record button, off we go. We're going to take a look at activity 1.1, and my hope was that you had finished the reading and the reading assignment. I don't think I finished grading all of those. I said I would. Did I grade them? I don't remember now. Last night was crazy busy. I'll double check that. So finish the homework, do the reading, and then start working on the activity. And by start working on the activity, I expected you to, reread the instructions, try and get a handle on what the heck this problem is all about. And so I give an example of starting the moves there. And then I state the question. And then my recommendation for a problem-solving strategy here is to start with a simpler problem to solve and then make it more complicated and work your way up from a one-on-one to a four-on-four board, trying to figure out what's the fewest number of moves needed to switch all the pegs from one side to the other. And then there's an app included here that lets you choose the number of pegs you want. And then if you do it right, then you get, hey, well done. And if you mess it up, then the computer will say, no, that's not the right order. Oops, I messed up. And then I can reset and try again. If you just randomly hack at this thing trying to get it, you're probably not going to solve the problem. You have to keep track of what you do. So with that in mind, I'm just going to show you something here. My hope is that you've already written stuff down on paper. So I'm just going to share my paper through my camera. So once you go into a breakout room, you could turn on your camera and then you could show, let's see, is that a mirror image or can you guys read that?
We can read.
You can read it, okay, because sometimes it's set to be a mirror image. So I can say, here's me trying one-on-one, and then I tried to do it with two-on-two, and I tried to keep track of each stage of me moving the pieces, and I can see I made an error, so I crossed it out and I tried again. Okay, so then I tried again, and I'm keeping track. So here I did kind of a white piece and then a piece with an X in it. Right, so I get to go the white pieces from one side to the other and the X's from one side to the other. And I made little arrows of my move and whether I went right or left. And I was able to do it in 8 moves. And I think that's the fewest moves for a two-on-two board. Okay. Now the book, right, it's got a write-up of this problem too, and hopefully you jumped into your book and you took a look at that. If you didn't have that part of the book, let's see, did I share that with anyone yet? Can't remember. I remember talking about it. Or is that something that should be shared, that book page? No comment on that? Okay, let me know if I need to share that in the future. I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. Okay, so you have the book page to read about it at, and then you have this right up here and whatever you write down on paper. And ultimately I have a reminder here of what the question you're trying to answer is. For the, and I should have included the picture again, for the 4-on-4, what is the fewest number of moves needed to get the green pegs to the right and the red pegs to the left? So does anybody have any, I'm not going to answer this question for you. It's up to you guys to find the answer, but you can help each other out. Is there anything I can do to clarify what I'm expecting of you?
No.
Okay, I got a no there. Is there nothing in the chat at the moment? Okay, so I'm going to set up breakout rooms. Give me just a minute. I'm going to do different groups than last time. They are not random. There's a slight method to my madness here. If I can find the right button to push. And this is going to be manual. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. 4 groups. Okay, so the first group is going to be Emma and Bianca and Amy. All right, so you're group 1. Group 2 is Mason, Evan, Jenna, and Avalie. 3 is Renee, Montse, Lauren, and I might have to mix stuff up a little bit because Array is not here. Yes, I'm going to have to swap somebody. Let's see, we'll do the swap in a minute. Actually, that's this group. And then the 4th group is going to be Amanda, Jimmy, and Julian. Okay, so I'm going to hit open, but don't go yet. I just want to make a couple more comments. All right, so I need you guys to talk to each other. I think for human interaction, it's nice to see each other's faces. You can either share a screen to show work with somebody, like maybe somebody could try this and the rest of you could keep track of their moves to try and figure it out. And the other thing you can do is if you have stuff written on paper, then you can just, hold your paper up and ask other people to read it. All right. So those are a few ways you can try and share and talk to each other about this problem. I'm going to give about 15 minutes to this. I'm going to come check on each group in a little bit, but I'm going to give you a few minutes to just talk amongst yourselves. This is the way I usually do things in the classroom. I put people in groups and I walk around trying to help only a little bit because I want you guys to kind of struggle and try and figure it out. So I'm going to let that happen. So now is the time to join your breakout room, and then I will come and check out your room in a few minutes.